Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company, and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. So glad to see you, so glad you could join us because I am here with the boatless angler. This one feels pretty good. We are out here for the very first time. We're fishing in Silver Lake, New York State, and they're known for their perch and panfish and also pike. So we came rigged for panfish, and Antonio's fishing just over there beside me. Looks like he's got a few fish flopping around on the ice over there. Making out all right?
Oh, it's coming good.
Yeah? Okay. So what we did is we just got set up here and we drilled a few holes to scout the area a little bit to find out where these fish are holding. So it looks like we've got a spot here that's holding some fish. So we'll stay here and fish for a bit. But if these spots dry up, maybe we'll move around because this is all brand new territory for us. We've never fished here before. So it's going to be a learning thing for us with spots. Now this particular spot is about 10 feet deep. And I'm running the Stingnose jig and spoon. I've got the 1/8 ounce size on there, which is good enough for perch and good enough for sunfish. That's why I went a little smaller because there's supposed to be sunfish and crappies here. So, and I also, just to open up with, I tipped it with a butterworm. Now the butterworms, they're a bit big. They're a bigger grub, and I just lost my piece there. They're a bigger grub. I put the whole, so I've got nothing on now. I'm just going to put it right back down because you don't need to tip them. But I did tip it because I just wanted to entice the bite and see what was going on down there. And I put the whole butterworm on, and then with a pair of scissors, I just nip it off because all you really need is just a tiny little piece, something there as just a little extra scent. And again, you don't necessarily need it. It's there as an extra enticer. But anyhow, that's going to be, oh, what do you got, Antonio?
I'll show you.
Something different?
Oh, it's a nice perch. That's the size I've been getting.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
We got a couple nice ones too.
Yeah, I mean, they all seem to be around the same size. They're not really huge jumbos. Oh, here's one on. So are you fishing tipped or untipped? I'm fishing untipped right now and getting fish. So we'll put him right on ice and right back down we go. It's a gorgeous day. It's about freezing out. It's about 0 degrees Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. The sun's coming out, so it actually feels a little warmer, but what a nice day to be out on the ice and just jigging these Stingnose just off the bottom. The perch are on the bottom, they're not suspended, so we're going to work these just on the bottom. And you know my technique, it's jig and pause. It's a great technique, it entices a lot of bites, and it works really, really well.
Got a nice fish. Oh, maybe not. Are you fishing tipped?
I'm fishing tipped and untipped.
Okay, I've got mine tipped and it seems to be working. I'm just jiggling it. What about you? Yeah, I'm setting it down and just lifting it up a bit and just jiggling it slightly. And they're hitting it just on the jiggle.
Nice. I got a good one too.
Yeah?
I got a good one. Oh yeah. Well, they felt bigger. They feel bigger sometimes. This one's actually smaller. He's got all 3 trebles right in him. Okay, one at a time we'll get you out and get you back in. All right, looks like we're gonna have ourselves a nice day out here, folks. So I've got a little container of butterworms, but I'm gonna hold off on using them. Antonio's tipping and he's doing well over there. I'm just fishing untipped because he might run out of butterworms, Antonio, and he'll be looking for mine soon. So I'll hang on to mine. And did you hear that, Antonio?
Yeah, I'm just setting it down and jiggling it and then pausing.
The pause is a great method.
Yeah. And they're just hitting it. It's a nicer one. It's a nice fish.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I got the 1/8 on.
Me too.
Yeah? Maybe we'll get into a sunfish, who knows, but the perch are here. So I'm just setting it down to the bottom.
I'm getting them too, without any bait.
Jiggle, jiggle. And that's it. They just touch it. You getting them too? This guy's small.
You know, it's a really good idea. I know Antonio's fishing over there and I'm fishing over here. It's a really good idea to spread out a little bit, because sometimes fish will hold in an area and 15-20 feet will make a big difference. So Antonio's fishing he's fishing about 20 feet beside me there, and it's a good strategy to do. And we could also drill some holes out behind us and around us and try little different areas. And what I like to do as well, if this hole dries up or if Antonio's hole dries up, then we'll just move a little bit and try another hole. Because these fish move around. They don't necessarily all stay in the same place at the same time. So, and these fish seem to all be about the same size. So, not any huge jumbos, but I also heard in this lake that they don't really get that big. The lake is not a big lake, but there are a lot of fish in here, a lot of panfish. And because of that, there's a lot of pike. So you never know, we might even jig up a pike. Even though we're using just little Stingnose, you could still jig up a pike without any problem. So it's a great technique. And what else? What other way to spend a great day on the water, or on the ice I should say, during the winter day? And there's some people down here just a little further. They got their kids with them, and you know what? That is so great to see. It's great to see the kids out here having some fun. They're skating around, they're ice fishing, and they're just having a great day in the outdoors. And the more we can get our kids outdoors and fishing, the better it is.
Oh, tiny bite. Yep. It's a good fish. Nice.
They're all about the same size, eh?
Yeah, I got a couple that are a little bigger, but yeah, they're all clones of each other. Yeah, but they're biting. Bites are really subtle. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
Like, I'm just seeing at the tip of my rod that barely. Yeah, it's just like they just pick it up. Oh, that's a nice one. Stingnose is great, eh?
Oh, it works really good. I love it.
The hook is always in the lip. Just perfect.
Oh.
Down the perch. Nice.
Okay, I gotta tell you what we did, folks. We've just made a little move, both Antonio and I. Our spot's kind of dried up a bit. I mean, we got some nice fish, we got some good numbers back there, but Antonio now, he just moved. Oh, you just lost one?
I lost a big one.
Okay, Antonio just moved over there, and I just moved over here. I've been catching them. So Antonio came and made another hole there, so between the two of us now, and that's going to be the strategy, moving around and trying different spots throughout the course of the day. And oh, I just missed a good one. And I got to tell you, it's oh, here we go. It's a lot of good eating with these perch. They are very tasty, and if you haven't seen it, we've got a really good video showing some different ways on how to clean perch. And this is a nicer one, Antonio. Yeah, that's a nicer one. And I'll put a link in here for you in the video. You could check out a couple different ways on how to clean some perch, because they are very tasty if you get into them. And in case you're wondering, it's the end of January, and like I say, we're out here in Silver Lake. There is a good solid 10 inches of ice, so it's plenty safe. which means there's a lot of good ice fishing still to be had. And if you've never been down here, it's a great drive down here. It's a beautiful scenic drive, hilly roads. It's just a really nice place to come. And as you can see, you can get into some nice perch and have some fun. That's exactly what Antonio and I are doing today. And he's got himself another fish. Hey Antonio,
Yeah.
Isn't this fun?
It's great.
Great way to spend the winter day. And we've got ourselves a nice lunch. So we're gonna spend the day here. We're having a great time out in the water. If you get an opportunity and you haven't gone ice fishing yet, you really should give it a try. It really is a lot of fun. Pack a lunch like we did, make a day of it, especially when you got days like this. Thanks ever so much for tuning into today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing.